Hey there boys, a little bit of an intro here. I decided to make a PvP video just because there hasn't really been much changing in PvE, and I've been a little bit bored. But I've actually been having a lot of fun getting better at PvP, so I wanted to make a PvP video. This is basically just my experience going flawless as a average or below average player who mainly plays PvE. So loading into the first match, I'm feeling decently optimistic. I'm looking at their loadouts. They all look pretty normal. You know, a lot of hand cannon, shotgun, auto shotgun. No crazy Peacekeeper Titans using Sniper and Immortal, so definitely feeling pretty good. We still have a few Titans, but that's okay. It's not that bad. And I also wanted to take a little bit in the downtime at the start of this to actually talk about this. So I am a PvE player typically, and that is most of what I'm good at, but I have been getting into PvP lately, and as you can see I've gone flawless before, considering I'm using the Igneous Hammer to go flawless here. So I go ahead and jump up. This is like a really good angle for Solar Warlock because I can hit shots in the air with the amount of air accuracy I have. I see a whole lot of people there and I decide to run away from it because that shit's scary. And now I'm basically just looking to poke some shots in with my teammates, try to get some damage off. And you can see I make the mistake of just staying in this one spot so they know where I am, and I end up getting beamed. So not a great idea there. And you are going to see that I skip around some because some rounds are just boring. They're either very quick or just nothing happens. You know, you can see here this guy makes a stupid push and dies for it, but he was able to kill me before doing that. And yeah, my teammates ended up dying, so I'm just move on. You can see I want to push this guy with my shotgun while he's distracted, and I am just barely able to get him with a lucky hip fire there after putting in some damage with the shotgun. Now I know I have Golden Tricorn because I have that on my hand cannon, which is a damage buff, so I really want to go in here and try to get some damage in, but I'm not really able to. They're both peeking me, and I had no shotgun ammo, so I couldn't kill that guy. At this point, things are not looking good. I'm just going through trying to put in some damage with my teammates. I toss a grenade and am able to tag him, so I have information on him while he's burning. I can see he went to the right there. But I also noticed a full health guy, so there's two there. Anyways, I take some damage, I dodge away, and I'm basically just kind of messing around here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I am just looking for heads to shoot. I decide to rush this guy, miss the first shot, but fortunately he's blind and I can get a second one off. And from here, I see we are in a 2v1, so I get near my teammate and I decide to just push before he can get the res. I'm able to farm the res, so close enough. And I know there's a ball there, and the ball is very good damage if I can use it, but I actually end up missing it here, but that's okay. We still end up making it work, and we go from being in a pretty bad situation to the start of a decent comeback. In the next round here, you can see I have my well, so I want to put it down early, get my teammates their supers, because we're so early in the game here, and I already have a super. Get a one shot there because of the damage buff on well, and we are able to eventually take over the round.
1 minute left, my friend.
Also, shout out this guy for padding my KD a little bit. Very kind of him. I don't know why he did that to his teammate, but I'll take it. So you can see I skipped to the 4-4, a lot of boring rounds, but you can see now my teammates actually used both their supers, and the enemy used 2 supers last round. Now, fortunately, we're able to juke out that Thunder Crash. My teammate's a god for that, and he makes a stupid push and dies. So now we've pretty much just taken over the round. We don't have any more supers, but neither do they. They've used all 3. So we're in a very good spot here. My teammate does get picked, but he's still in a good position to get saved, so we're all good. And now I'm running back to cover the res in case the enemy wants to go for it. I get full melee energy there, and that actually allows me to get Radiant here, and we are able to finish off the round by popping these guys. I have to push them because they are about to cap, and that's it. And this was going to be the start of a pattern. You could see the absolute scum that these people are with their loadouts, dear god. And the Warlock was actually an Arc Warlock who switched over to Dev Messenger and was doing that shit. You could even see the gauntlets on his arms. Dear god, man. But, you know, I'm still optimistic. Maybe I have some absolutely insane teammates. We just had a pretty good comeback last game, so I'm kind of feeling myself. Anyway, we'll go ahead and hop in and see how it goes. So I am actually going to be able to pick off this guy because he does a stupid push here for some reason. I don't know who he was going for. Anyway, this hunter comes out of nowhere, as the grapple hunters do. I get stuck on that dumb little box, and the Unravel trolls me, stopping my healing. And yeah, I got shot because I didn't know. Anyway, after that, I'm a little bit demoralized. This round it didn't go great, but hey, maybe the next one will be able to go a little bit better. Yeah, that was super fun. Anyway, now I go through and lose a bunch of games, basically win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So yeah, go ahead and watch that. So this is the unfortunate reality of trials for a PvE player. It's going to take a while to get onto a good card. You have to get a little bit lucky, but you'll see in my 7-win card that can eventually happen, and it really doesn't take all too long. Anyway, here we are onto the first win of the card, right? Or so I thought. You'll see that we're actually on round 3-3, but this is just because I cut to this point because most of the other rounds were pretty boring in this game. Anyway, we just got supers in the round, but nobody's using them yet because we are in a pretty close spot. You know, he wants to win his 1v1, he doesn't have a super, and I don't want to use mine because if I do end up losing it, it would be a huge waste. But I'm able to get my teammate up, he's able to get his up, I toss a grenade hoping to hit them both, and I am able to kill one using it. My teammate gets shoulder charge, but he brings low enough for me to finish up. So great teamwork by us. I had some great teammates this game. Very happy. Now we're in a great spot where we are 4-3, and we have a well and a bubble. But he picks me, which isn't a terrible idea, but we still had a bubble. So we end up winning off the bubble just by my teammates until this happens, and my game crashes right as we're about to win. They had no supers, we were in a bubble. We definitely had the win, but the game decided to crash and fuck me. So that was definitely demoralizing. I ended up taking a break and coming back a little bit later, but guess what happened when I did that? Now here we are in the second game of the card. I didn't record the first one on accident, but I don't mind because it was pretty boring. Anyway, you can see I put in a little bit of damage here. I'm able to kill that guy, and I unfortunately do get sniped. Kind of lucky. I was moving decently, and we're left with a 1v1 between my teammate and the enemy. Teammate is playing it smart, goes and gets the res after he gets the enemy low, and he's able to clutch up the round. Very huge. We're up 4-3 now. So moving into the next round, I have my well, and they have a bubble, and this is classic trials, standing in a well or a bubble, and just hoping that you get the kill with conditional. I'm able to pick one off here, but then I back off some. I realize I place my well down later, so mine's going to last longer, and I want to just wait him out. My teammate figures this out eventually after being stupid, and I go for a hit here because I think I have it, but I don't. Eventually the bubble runs out, I was right, we win. There we go, win number 2. And moving into game number 3, I toss a nade here. I know that they're all here. I get a pick. Now I see that he's running to the right, so I go cut him off with a shotgun here. And then I come back to help my teammate. They get the res. I'm able to kill him with conditional and get an ignition, which kills his teammate. Very fair and balanced shotgun. Now this round was truly a tragedy. My teammate did a dumb push, which he just shouldn't have, but I think this was still savable. I am able to pick off the sniper that killed him, and I have a decently safe res. I just need to stop this ape, but he does the dodge spin trick. I lose all my aim assist, and he's able to take me down. I see the sniper there, so I want to avoid it. Although I do really like this spot for having an interesting angle, because most people aren't there. We're able to pick one who rushes stupidly, and I want to toss a nade just to get the damage off. They do the same thing, but I don't do anything. Anyway, I see this guy rushing, so I get confused, but my teammate saves me. And my teammates ended up carrying pretty much the entire game, so that's why most of this was cut out. Now getting into the 4th game, my teammate hits a pretty cool snipe, so I want to be more aggressive. I start pushing up with them, and I'm basically just playing for heads. I try to throw my grenade behind the wall, but I'm a little limp there. But I do jump up and get a pretty nice pick here, leaving just one more guy to get, and we could just push him pretty stupidly and get the points, so easy peasy. This round was kind of your average round 2. I'm putting in some damage. I see the sniper. Now, I actually get a smoke thrown at me that ends up throwing me off. I actually think there's an enemy near me, so I pull out my shotgun there and reposition. Anyway, I end up just taking up a better angle to shoot the enemies some. This guy tries to rush me here in a second, and I'm actually able to pop him. Fortunately, he wasn't able to kill me. He mistimed his shot, but his teammate did clean me up with an SMG, but my teammates were able to do the same thing. And this round is a pretty good showcase of why getting revives are important. I end up making a dumb move here and run straight out into the open, get killed by everybody, headshotted by the sniper for disrespect. My teammates are able to pick off one before he dies, but my teammate comes back and gets me after damaging this guy, and we are able to team shot down the last 2. So you can see we take out this guy here, I put in some good damage, the grenade hits him, got over 100 damage, teammate finishes him. And then we've just got the last guy. He does pick up the res, but we're able to almost farm it. He's very low again. And this guy pushes me, so we go ahead and take him out easily with my push. And we've been sitting on the zone the entire time, so we win. And going into the next round, we have our supers, and they don't. So you already know how that goes. So coming into the next one, we actually have a pretty weird game here. I decided to heal up my teammate because we both took a little damage and he's on fire. And he puts a shield in front of me. Very smart. Thank you, teammate. Anyway, we shoot down the enemy's shield. My teammate ran out into the open and decided to kill himself, so that was pretty cool. And my teammate's in the most obvious angle ever. So I decided to just make a YOLO push. I'm actually able to take one out, but then I get killed, as I deserve for such a play. Oh yeah, and then that shit happens again. But then, the unexpected happens. And just like that, we actually end up winning the game. Very good stuff. And my team did help out. Don't think they did. Moving into game 5, we actually have a pretty good game here. It's actually decently even, which is surprisingly uncommon for something like Trials of Osiris. Anyway, I take some pretty big damage here. I think my teammate got hit by that, so it was a good rip. And then I'm just looking for heads. I'm able to get Radiant and knock that guy out. Now I end up throwing a grenade because I thought he was pushing me, but he wasn't. And I'm basically just jumping around trying to get more damage in. I see this guy doing an SMG duel, so I go up and I pop him. And now I'm again just shooting the guy to help him make a kill, but he doesn't even mess with me. Anyway, I've skipped forward some. We had a lot of boring rounds actually, where it was just like really quick and nothing really happened. I see my teammate doing a terrible push, and I try to get the head on the guy that hit him, but he gets away from me. I am able to just sneak off Radiant here, which actually helps us farm this res here. It's just enough damage for my teammate to finish him off. And then we're able to push in. I see my teammate pushing in. I probably wouldn't have otherwise, but I go ahead and just do it with him. And I want to get the res here, but this guy pisses me off, so I just go ahead and end his career. And I turn around, and I notice an invisible hunter who's just very confused and killed him. Now, that was a lot to unpackage, so now we can just sit here and watch these poor guys get trolled by the broken super. My teammates use me as bait. I'm a little offended, but it got the job done. And holy shit, that is a lot of Titans. Oh my god. Anyway, surely this game will go well for me, and I will not be carried by the 2 Titans on my team, and I will put in lots more and help out the team very much. Now, that wasn't a great first round, but I don't think you understand the absolute power of Larry Fisher. He's massive. He's living like Larry. He's the greatest there ever was. He's the world's first solo flawless against this specific team ever. I might be getting absolutely poo-pooed on by random bullshit. The Larry Fisherman comes through. Before I can even get eyes on any of the enemies, the Larry Fisherman single-handedly destroys them all. This is amazing to witness. And going into the final round, here's the actual clip. And this is what it all comes down to. Just gotta get this one round, and I'm flawless. And I'm able to actually put in some okay damage here. Larry Fisherman's going absolutely crazy. And I'm able to actually do probably the most help I've done in the entire game this one round. So pretty happy. Anyway, I gotta thank my boy, Larry, for absolutely carrying me there. What does this legend have to say to me?
You taught your opponent a lesson. You, a ruthless teacher.
Shot off. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's Titan speak or his favorite flavor crayon. But thank you, Larry Fisherman, for the carry. And before any of you bully me for getting carried flawless, I still had another mercy on the card because you get 2 mercies, so I don't want to hear it. Oh, I bet I got an absolute banger roll out of that. Let's have a look at the loot we got. Regular shotgun, don't care. And no way.
Your victories bear rewards. Go, take them.
God, I hate anticlimactic endings.